The largest aircraft carrier of the United States Navy, the USS Gerald R. Ford, has docked at a NATO base on the Greek island of Crete as it heads toward the Middle East. The US has been increasing its military presence as tension remains high between Washington and Tehran. Donald Trump's repeatedly threatened military action on Iran if a deal isn't reached on its nuclear program. The White House says Trump's first option is always diplomacy. Iranian and US officials are preparing to hold a third round of talks in Geneva later this week. Meanwhile, Iran's Revolutionary Guard's been conducting military drills in the south of the country. The exercises are aimed at testing the readiness of Iranian forces in the event of an attack. The Revolutionary Guard says it's built a strong fortress in the area. And anti-government protests have taken place in universities across Iran for a fifth day. Students have clashed with pro-government supporters in the capital. Several schools postponed classes after days of demonstrations. Students have been chanting anti-government slogans and commemorating classmates killed in recent nationwide protests. Those ended in a violent crackdown by security forces last month. Meanwhile, Iran's deputy foreign minister says Tehran is ready to take any necessary step to reach a deal with the US. Tawhid Asadi reports from the capital.
The latest development is the reports that are coming about the possibility of Ali Larijani, Iran's secretary for the National Security Council, paying a visit, and now we have sources close to him saying that most probably he is paying a visit to Moscow, and that is critically important, at least from two perspectives. First, the role that he plays in this entire trajectory of diplomatic interaction between Iran and the United States, and previously he also paid a visit to Moscow, and that is indicative of the very fact that not just the government but the political establishment to which Ali Larijani is quite close is supporting this interaction when it comes to the ties between and the interactions between Iran and the United States. The public mood in Iran is a mixture of different sentiments, and I can say sort of oscillation between fear of the war in terms of the military build-up by the Americans in the region and hopes, rays of hope for diplomacy and in respect of the ongoing interactions between the two sides. Meanwhile, we have to also keep in mind that there is this public dissatisfaction. Earlier in December, we saw massive protests taking place in the country, initially driven by the economic hardship, but right now we also hear sounds echoing sort of dissatisfaction in political and social spheres over the past 3 days, at least, in some major universities in the